Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all you Miss Finders. I'm kidding. I don't know. I was trying to find a way to name y'all. Miss Fins. Welcome. Good morning to you. What up? Give me a second, guys, because I'm just trying to get my camera to work. We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, baby. Don't be difficult. Oh, it's okay. I think I got it. Might have been difficult, but it's okay. We'll get her started. We'll get her working. Okay. Boom. Come on, talk to me. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Oh, come on, man. Don't do me like this. Oh, there you go. Hopefully that fixes it. Good morning, guys. Yes, we're gonna talk about the Miami Dolphins. Obviously, you see the title, people. First Jalen, now Jonnu. Mother bleeps. Them the Miami Dolphins, obviously OTAs, day two. We're gonna discuss all of that together. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are returning channel member, thank you so much. Shout out to all the channel members. Shout out to um all our returning viewers. You guys are the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate y'all. Oh man, we're gonna continue to have fun. I apologize. Yesterday, I listen. I worked till like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I did not hear my alarm in the morning. So my bad, guys. I overslept. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Anywho, let's go ahead and get going, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk about what's going on with the Dolphins. Obviously, I think I want to leave the Jonnu Jalen stuff more for towards the end. Let me let the let me let the computer do its thing. Come on, work, man. Like seriously, my monitors don't want to work. Anyways, so with the OTAs, with everything going on, obviously these are voluntary for right now. The mandatory ones are gonna come later. Training camps probably about 8 to 10 weeks away. Mid July. That's typically when it happens. So we just gotta wait a little bit more for that. But so far, not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. What up, Dolphin Don in the building? Welcome, welcome. I can't believe we're thinking of trading John. Dude, my saint. When I saw the whole breaking news, I was like, I would have a really hate relationship with this team and tight ends. I personally do. What's up, Michelle? One of our awesome members. Welcome. I also work late too. There you go. We're happy you're back. Can't say the same for Ramsey and now Jonnu. WTF. What is the front office doing? Seriously. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I guess we will see. I don't know, man. All I can tell is that clearly McDaniel and um Greer feel like they are very much safe. to be making wild moves like this. That's the only thing I can think of because right now, man, God, I just not Jonnu, man, not Jonnu. It's fine, it happens. Gotta keep trucking. Gosh, I'm telling you. But anyways, we'll leave that. We'll leave that for later because if I say what I want to say, then I said it, and but let's go over OTAs, guys, because right now, things. Oh, what's up, King Mill in the building? What's up? Good morning, Miss Phins. Thank you for the flowers. Why are people upset about John? Or this team wasn't doing anything this year, anyways. It's about 2026. Oh, don't jump ahead, because I'm totally about to make that point too. Um, but yeah, like it's still, it's just, it's just the Dolphins. Anytime we do anything, you gotta question it. You know what I mean? You gotta question it. You gotta be like, was this the move? I have no idea. So that's it. It's the Dolphins. We gonna question everything, Ev- everything, everything. So that's all. We're just gonna question it all. I'm telling you. Okay, so I wanted to talk about what do you call it? OTAs overall for the last couple days. Yesterday was day 2 of OTAs, which is great. Um, what was I gonna say? Day before that, it was day 1, Avi. We're not doing too bad, I feel like. One of the major things between the first day and the second day, and I don't know if you know that Ethan Bonner had the orange jersey, I believe, not yesterday, but the day before. Um, and then Storm Duck had it this past yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. We're letting the young corners cook. Why? Because they need some sort of, you know what I mean? Like they need some sort of reps. We got to see what we have. And to be honest with you, I'm not surprised. I almost expected it. Like I almost expected it. So I'm not disappointed. This is exactly what I wanted to say. I told you guys, I knew the younger guys were gonna get touches, gonna get opportunities, right? That's what you want. That is exactly what you want out of your young core. You need to give them touches. You need to give them opportunities. Granted, they're not gonna be as seasoned as Jalen, obviously, because what, their second year, maybe third max. But one thing that, especially for yesterday, Storm Duck over Cam Smith. I just don't understand why we still have Cam Smith at this point. Because it's almost like we're wasting our roster spot with this guy. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Now you can say what you want. Um, but it's just too much. It is absolutely too much to keep seeing the same thing when it comes to um Cam Smith. How many more years is this guy gonna be in a team? Like, I don't trust him, man. The Dolphins pick up Jason Maitre, UDFA out of 2024. He was on our practice squad. Played in Boston College. Great. Why we keep picking up corners when we're supposed to already have these guys? Like, right now, obviously, they got Jalen as CB1, but if we're going to be honest, he's not here. He's gone. Let's keep it moving. You got Storm Duck, you got Marshall Jr., you got Ethan Bonner, you got Burns, Cam Smith. That's your CB1, CB2 core. Then if you're talking nickel, you got Cater, you got Johnson, and you got Cooper Jr. Great. But this is going to end up being cornerback by committee. Again, I don't know, man. Dolphins are stressing me out when it comes to that. They really are. They are stressing me out when it comes to that because we can't be like our division rivals who legitimately never have a secondary. And I mean never have a secondary. But we just can't. We can't. We cannot be like the Bills. The Bills never have a secondary. Ever. I'm not trying to be like the Bills. They literally never have a secondary. We just can't. We can't afford to do. We can't afford to be like that. We gotta have our team, man. We gotta have our team already set. And it's kind of frustrating because every single time you see all these corners, especially somebody like Cam Smith, and you're like, when is this kid gonna ever actually do something where we can have him for the position we need him in, which is one of our boundary guys? But no. Now you telling me the one that now Storm Duck, who is younger than him, now he's leaping over? Like, come on, dude and dudettes. Like, how many more corners we bring or draft are gonna keep going above this man? Oh, Miss Phins, but he does special teams. Okay, great, fine. Stay in special teams. You're not helping anybody. You're not. You're not helping anybody, man. Shout out to everybody. Hit that like button, guys. We need y'all to hit that like button. Thank you so much. We got a lot of y'all in the building. What's up? Let me see who's here. Andre in the building. Welcome, Andre. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Cat for Life in the building. Welcome, sir. What's up, Michael K? Welcome. Stainless Jaguar. This last draft had tight ends. Yeah, they did, and we didn't take not one of them. Miss Fins, what are you expecting from this year? Oh, dude, that is a loaded question. The whole that's a whole day's worth of what do you call it? Of presentation. Like we gotta talk about. You know what I mean? But that's gonna be separate. I want to talk about OTAs. I want to talk about this whole Jonnu thingy. So yeah, so that's one of the things you have Cam Smith. I mean, I love it. You have Storm Duck who's doing better in OTAs. That's beautiful to me. You know what I mean? Young man. You know, he got touches last year, which is a good thing as a rookie. So did Ethan Bonner. Um, if we can get some really good production and these guys elevate themselves, during training camp and things like that, then great. I'm very happy about that. Very happy about that. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So that's where I'm at when it comes to Cam Smith. It's frustrating with him not not actually doing it. Not Cam Smith not taking over the role. That's what I mean. That's the part that pisses me off. But we gotta see what they end up doing. Vamos gatos, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, my friend? According to the media, Patrick Paul looked good, which is a great thing. Not having Tehran, even though he was there, but he's not playing. Now he's contemplating whether or not he's going to he was there this week, he's gonna get surgery or not. It's like, bruh, leave. Like if you're not gonna play, leave. Or are you now a new coach? Like, which I'm okay with that too. But like, come on, man. Stop teasing us like you're gonna be here, man. Gosh. Just get out of here. Get out of here. Stop breaking our hearts. Okay? But no, it's a good sign to see Patrick Paul obviously looking good early. I mean, what are you gonna expect out of OTAs? They're not going fully ham, they're not really they're going through the motions, let's put it that way, right? So but it's still good. It's still good that you're seeing you're seeing some highlights from him and he's standing out, and that's always a good thing. That's what you want out of you know it's a good thing that you have out of the players that you have, especially for that position. I mean, let's be honest. Our starting O line, obviously with him, Patrick Paul on the left. Now, don't get me wrong, the dude he's a fridge, but his athleticism is a part that I'm like, because he had some issues. Granted, he was a rookie, so give him grace. He had some issues with some of the stunts to pick him up last year. If he can better himself and actually start recognizing certain moves and prepare and stick to the fundamentals, maybe we might have a young Tehran. I don't know. I'm not saying all that, but if he can actually stick to getting more of that fundamentals, more on his technique, then maybe it was good that we got him. Oh, what's up, JC? How you doing, my friend? Welcome. Hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. So we got Patrick Paul to the left. We got James Daniels, who my brother swears phenomenal left guard from the Steelers. I, I believe him. This dude is glued to that team. So if he tells me, how he is before the injury, he was one of the top best. That's what I'm expecting. Not too much, obviously, because he's coming off of an injury. But two things that I like about having James Daniel on there is, first of all, he's a veteran, so he's gonna be able to help out the guys around him. Especially when you got on the opposite side, you got Jonah there. He's gonna need some guidance and things like that. So I like the veteran leadership. And we paid this man. So he is gonna be our left starting left guard, right? Um, I just hope that his body can recover and he'll be good. You know what I mean? Then obviously Aaron Brewer, but I'm not worried about Aaron Brewer, man. He for not being Connor Williams, he gave me about 85% of what Connor Williams gave us. Maybe you could might even say 90%, you know? I'll take that. 85 to close to 90% output from what Connor Williams used to give us. Not worried about the center position. And then obviously you got Austin Jackson all the way in the right and Jonah inside of him. So this should be a very interesting O line. Now we got a ton of guys behind them. Again, it is the off season. 90 players taken into training camp, broken down to 53. Which, by the way, the NFL needs to increase that 53-man roster. You're already at 18 weeks. You're trying to get two more game days, right? Because we're at 17 games. You know they want to add an 18th one, but if you do that, you're gonna have to add an extra bye week, and you're gonna have to add an extra regular. That's 2 more weeks you're gonna add to the schedule. You cannot do all that with just 53 guys. The NFL needs to step up. Just race it to 60 already. And I think that's probably what they will once it gets to, because what they want is 20 game days. That's what the talks of what the NFL is looking to do. 20 game days with two bye weeks. Say goodbye to preseason because there won't be any. But then you can't have teams taking off the first weeks of the season because they're gonna matter. So you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put in divisional games even earlier in the season just to make sure people aren't taking off those days and taking those days seriously. I don't agree with not having preseason. I think preseason's needed, but hey, we'll see what they end up doing. Regardless, with the O line, seeing Patrick Paul getting some good looks, that's always a good thing. About that. So yeah, we gotta see. Um, Now this is one thing that for day two kind of stood out, but we kind of already knew this. Jalen Waddle, he's hitting the ground running. This is gonna be what his fourth year in the season in the league, right? Because 2021, yeah, this is his fourth year in the league. He's now what do you call it? He's under contract. We don't gotta worry about that, right? Fifth year option, none of that. I expect big things from Jalen Waddle this year. I think he was riddled by injuries last year. That's why you saw his production go down. Plus, we were putting in a major emphasis on Jonnu to try to change it up as a wrinkle to our offense to see if we can get some offensive production. But Jalen Waddle, man, I'm glad to hear what's coming out of OTAs that he's hitting the ground running. He's really trying to work with not just one quarterback either, but he's working really well with all of them. Anybody that's throwing him the ball, which is a good thing. What you want. One of my main expectations from Jalen this year is stop body catching. I can't stand when receivers because how many times that happens where it's like boom boing 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 and it's like, dude, you got hands for a reason. Hands. Hands. So that's my main thing. That's what I want to see out of him. I want to see him actually utilize his hands more for catching. If he can do that, that should really help. Michael K makes a great point here. Waddle's gonna have to step up since Jonnu wants out. Yeah. Great point. With Jonnu, and we're gonna talk about that. Obviously, that's literally like the top of the title. With this Jonnu situation, we'll get into it in a second. It's just gonna give even more opportunities for Waddle to have to again be one of the main targets. He's always has, but even more of an emphasis now with Jonnu not being it. Now, granted, with Jonnu wanting out or whatever, you have yeah, Jonnu doesn't want out. He said he wants to stay in Miami. That's what I thought, but it's okay. With Jonnu's trade situation, let's put it that way. Um, my McDaniel's gonna have to not go back to what he did this first year, but really have an extra emphasis on his wide receivers and Waddle. In other teams, I think he would be a number one receiver. Not all other teams, but there's certain teams that I feel like Waddle would be a number one receiver. Here, obviously, he's number two because we have Tyreek. If we didn't have Tyreek, then that would be a completely different situation. But we have Tyreek. Um. So yeah. So I'm just glad to see that Waddle. He's gonna put it on himself, man. You're a signed receiver, dude. You gotta be the guy. You gotta be the guy. So I'm glad to hear that that's something that he's focused on doing it. Bradley Chubb obviously feeling good yesterday. That's always a great thing. Now remember, Bradley Chubb's coming out of all the L's injuries. MCL, PCL, ACL, BCL, QCL, ZCL, ACE, like B, like all of them, JCL, and like all of them at this point. OCL, like pick a CL, and the man is recovering from it. Okay, and he was out all season last year. Even though he wanted to come back, the Dolphins were like, nah, we spent too much money. Uh, so they literally benched him all season long. This man better be ready for this season. I'm telling you right now, man. Like he better be. Miss Fincia, right? Right, JC? I'm telling you. Like any CL this man can like be recovering from, he is. So, but the good thing is he feels good. He feels his body is good. I think he mentioned it was like what 95% from recovery, which is a good thing. Obviously, you can't say 100%. He'll never be 100%, but I do like that he's feeling good. I like that he's feeling very confident about his body. Let's wait till we start getting some real contact and tell me how you feel. But so far, I like that. You know what I mean? He's feeling good. His body's responding well, and that's what you want. He's looking to do everything in the off season, no matter what it is, which is a good thing. And actually, I think for his recovery back to playing like full time, full season, he has to do all these off season stuff to get his body game ready because the last thing you want is not to have your body game ready and then go into the game and then poof, you're out again. because your body can't take those physical hits. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to hear that he's up for whatever. He's down for whatever. Anything in training light, let's go. Which is great. That's what you want. And plus, we need to know what we got with this man as far as his physical ability. We know what he can do as far as an edge, but we need his physical ability to be there. Use and abuse him, coach, because we need him to get game ready so that way, um, we can use him, especially since Christ. I almost feel like since the early 2000s we haven't had an organic pass rush. I think the last one was probably with Cam Wake, and that's it. And that's my brother's favorite player, Cam Wake, man. But now we got Bradley Chubb. We got That's another one. Phillips coming off of another injury. I'm almost like, these you flipping injuries. Like, and you know what you're seeing in the NFL, a lot of soft tissue injuries. That happens, in my opinion, because you don't have the super extra physical practices that mirror the games. Now you could only have, according to their last CBA, now they can only have certain amount of practices with helmets on. Ooh. Like, what? But anyways, it's a battle that what the players wanted. All right, you don't want to practice like that? Now you're gonna see a bunch more, and that's exactly what we've been seeing. So, um, oh my God, stop it! Ooh, that's right. I heard Joey Bosa for the Bills, man. He already injured. I'm like, the man just got there though. What happened? Did he get injured stretching? Like, we haven't even started training camp. And I hear he might not even make week one. I was like, he just got there. Like, what did he do? Like, I was like, seriously, what did he do to get injured? Like, but that's what happens, sometimes. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Oh man, that's kind of crazy. But that's gonna happen, obviously. Guys, hit that like button for me, guys. Hit the like button. Thank you very much. Um. So yeah. So I thought it was actually kind of interesting seeing that, because I'm like, wait a minute. You know. Next week I'll talk more about our AFC East brethren. Give you a little bit on the game my brother played with me and my dad. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Um, Jalen Phillips. Look, I'm holding my breath. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm holding my breath. It looks like he's doing good in these OTAs. That's a good thing. At this point, it's a toss up. Flip a coin on who's gonna get injured first, Phillips or Tua. That's how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. But Philly's also feeling good, which is a good thing. Mike McDaniel's actually very happy that both guys, between Chop and Phillips, they're feeling good. They're looking good. They're responding well. Their bodies is responding well to practice. So that's a good thing. You want that. You know what I mean? Now, if we can, keyword if we can get Choppity Chop Robinson, our rookie, who, man, to me, I'm holding Chop Robinson into the J.J. Watt situation, When Texans picked J.J. Watt, all the fans booed. And he's like, I'm going to prove to you I'm worth this pick. And he did. To Hall of Famer to me. You know what I mean? Um, I'm not calling Chop J.J. Watt. What I'm saying, the situation in which he came in. I wanted Graham Barton. You know what I mean? We got Chop. Whatever. But if Chuck can turn out to be, and do what J.J. Watt did for his fans and really prove that, hey, I am worth this pick, I'm like, thank you. Thank you for living up to your draft pick. You know what I mean? Guys, with Chubb on one side, with Phillips in the other, and then having Chop Robinson right behind them, because Chuck can come out of the left or the right. So that's a good thing about. That's one thing I do like him. I think, well, we gotta, um, what is it? We got him behind Phillips, but I'm very happy. I want to see Chop Robinson with 15 sacks. 15, you heard me. Not no double digits, 10. No, no, no. 15 sacks. That's what I want out of Chop Robinson. Yes, I said it. I know what I want. I need 15 sacks out of him. That's what I need. But man, this pass rushing between Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb, if he actually ends up wearing on the field. Chop Robinson, because you gotta move these guys around. Quentin Bell, even Mo Camara. If Mo Camara can finally get some touches, man, some opportunities, dude. I think it's gonna be good. Just keep throwing guys at the quarterback. Guys at the quarterback. By committee again. I'll take it. Whatever. We might actually. I don't know if it's gonna be organically for us in the pass rushing situation, but if we can somehow with those guys, and then obviously with our D line, because you got my man Grant pushing up the middle. You got Sealer and Dickerson from both sides, and then add on our edges, Chop and Phillips and Chubb. Holy smokes. If we can start getting after the quarterback, because that's, again, I told you guys this past week. Anthony Weaver said you really can't see. We were top 10 last year as a defense, and I told you guys, and I showed you too. But you couldn't really feel it because there weren't really takeaways. We were ranked 27th in turnovers. We were ranked 23rd in fumble loss recoveries. We didn't really force fumbles like that or really recover them. Everything else, though, we were top 10. I don't want us to lose that, you know, but I do agree we need to have more turnovers. Is our offense going to reward our defense by actually doing something with these turnovers? We'll see. But I understand his emphasis on wanting to get more turnovers. So if we can have that insane front seven just right up teams' uh situation. And again, guys, do not be mad at me when I say this. This team has been led by defense and is once again going to be led by defense until the offense steps up. So, for me, I can't wait to see it. Oh my God. Oh God, I can't wait to see this defense destroy offenses. Oh my God, I really can't. I love defense. I can't. I cannot wait. Obviously, we still haven't gotten into our training camp. That's like a month and a half away. But this should be good if it works out to what we want. That front seven D, uh, 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 uh. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good. And then with our linebacking core, which, hey, listen, I'm glad we got Dotson back because that's who I wanted back. Like I was like, sign Dotson, please, sign him. We got him back. Thank God. Jordan Brooks was really good for us as well. So I'm happy with our main linebackers. Obviously, now we still got KJ Britt, we got Willie Gay, we gotta see how- Tyndall. That's another one. Another one. Why are you here, man? Why? Right. Anyways, we know we've been clamoring for a middle linebacker for 3,000 years. Greer's never gonna give us a true disruptive middle linebacker. I'm over it at this point. We're focusing on the trenches, and I'll take that. I'll take that. And don't get me wrong, and don't forget, people, we have Kenneth Grant. We also still have Benito Jones. So to me, it is a USDA grade one backup with starter experience. And we got Jordan Phillips too. And Zeke Beggars. I really like his name. So we're looking good in this D line. I think, even with our sorry, defensive end and the linebackers, I feel really good about this defense. The secondary, but if you're getting after the quarterback, there's only a handful of quarterbacks that, even with that kind of pressure that we're trying to implement up front, are gonna really make a play where your secondary is gonna come into play. So yeah, I'm happy. Who is Kenneth Grant, a rookie that hasn't played a snap but already making the Pro Bowl? First All Pro and Hall of Fame? Bro, Hall of Fame. Loading. I feel very good about him. I feel very good about him. He's exactly who I wanted. That I think I'm more stunned that legitimately the Dolphins did not disappoint me in my draft pick. The two literal guys I wanted, I freaking cried. They got my guys. They got my guys. Like, I'm so happy, yo. Like, legit so happy. Oh, Lord. But there you have it. Just a little trinket of OTAs, for the last couple days and how the team is doing. It's looking good so far. But then again, it's OTAs, guys. Well, it's nothing major. I will be going to training camp like I do every year. Guys, if you want to help me out, there is, you can donate. YouTube takes 50% of whatever you guys donate through YouTube. But if you want 100% of your donations to go to Miss Fins, which will definitely help out for training camp, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, everything is literally Miss Fins. MISS I truly appreciate it, and you guys are always awesome about that. Now to this unfortunate Jonnu Smith situation. Jonnu, Jonnu, Jonnu. Oh, you just can't make this thing up, man. Jonnu, Jonnu, Jonnu. Man, it sucks. I mean, there's no other way of putting it. It absolutely sucks. It really sucks. So yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's not what I was expecting it. Not what I was expecting it. But what are you gonna do? The Dolphins, God only knows what they're thinking to be making the moves they're making and things like that. Um, man, Jonnu was so good for us. Look at these very sexy numbers Jonnu gave us last year. And when I say sexy, I mean super sexy numbers. You'll see why. The men averaged 10 yards per game per play. So that's really good. That's really good. He had 8 very beautiful touchdowns, 88 receptions, and 884. But it's okay. We'll take the 4. 884 yards. Oh, primo. But he was good. He was good. He was good, man. Man. He was good. So apparently, Dolphins Steelers are looking into making a trade for Jonnu. What for? Or are the Dolphins about to reload for next year? Are you trying to tell me without telling me what that you're trying to tell me without telling me? Hmm? Hmm? I don't know, man. I really like Jonnu. So I don't know how I feel about not having him. You know what I mean? But if we end up do pulling this trigger, I'm very curious to see what they will pay for him because he's pretty good. And one thing I love about Jono is he's healthy. He stays healthy. He stayed prepared. That's what we really want. Now, granted, everybody want to talk about, well, look at him. He's the best tight end we've had in forever. First of all, stop disrespecting my man, Micah Sexy. Okay? Guess whose numbers Jonnu broke? Micah Sexy. It took 2 years for a tight end to score a touchdown. 2 years since my guy left. So he earned the right to seek free agency. Oh, oh, for real? Weird. What up, Aqua? What's up, Skull? Welcome. Skull, you're just a hater. You're just a hater. Like, but why is it that all of a sudden we're getting production from our tight end? Because it was an emphasis. It was the wrinkle McDaniel put into last year's offense to try to throw off defenses. Because our offense got figured out. Hike screen, hike screen, hike jet screen. Hike, Jet Sweet. Motion, 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 motion. Hike. Like what? You can't make this up. The most complicated, easiest, the most complicated, easiest to recognize offense. That's what we became. So let's throw a little wrench in there. Let's throw a little difference. Boom, Jonnu. That's all it was. It was by design. Now, granted, I'm very happy that Jonnu actually has the skill set to do it. I love that he's a great uh, catching tight end. He can do some blocking. He does have yak yards after carry or after catch. So you can throw him the ball and he can pick up some more extra yards. That that's something that you want out of your tight end, obviously. And let's be real, Jonnu Smith was the tallest receiver we had last year. Just like when Gasicki was here, he was literally the tallest receiver we had because everybody else are midgets. Literally 4'2". Okay, maybe not 4'2", but you know what I mean. Aqua says Smith is the red zone target. Yeah, just like Gasicki was. Why do you think Gasicki broke all those records? And then Jono did the year after. Like, it's funny, but I think it's gonna be very interesting. That's why I said, I mean, first Jalen, now Jonnu. God, what is this team doing? But if they're trying to really acquire some really good picks, then I think it makes sense that they would want to go ahead and kind of move forward and just tear the team down without tearing the team down, but solidifying the defense so that way when we do have an offense, the defense will already be wasted and then we just gonna have to do this all over again. I mean, um, you know. Guys, like and subscribe. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. We definitely we will see um how this impacts now. Do we even have tight ends and do we even have tight ends? That's where I'm at right now. Julian Hill. Julian Hill did pretty good. Farrah Brown, I think Farrah will be good. Tanner Connor is still in his team? How? uh, I don't know. We'll see what we get. I'm curious to see what the value, like, what are we gonna get? A third, hopefully, maybe a fourth, maybe a fourth and a seventh, maybe a fourth and a sixth, maybe. We gotta see. I like the way Julian Hill played last year, so I think that's, I want to say a wash, but I think that was pretty good for us. Um, we gotta see. We gotta see. Oh snap! Oh snap! Hold on. Seriously, sorry guys. Give me one quick second. Let me check this out. Mm, okay, that's it too. Okay, okay, okay. Um, so I just needed to double check one thing. Um, yeah. Sorry, guys. I had to check something. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's gonna be very interesting to see how what we do end up getting from him. It'll be a bummer. Everybody liked him. Great locker room presence. Another leader. I think that we'd be losing, but you know me and what I said. I think really good prospects are coming out of 2026. I don't mean just QB, or am I? But we'll see. What's up, Chef Jew? Oh my God! Brr, 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 brr. The man is in the building. The ambassador is here. Yes, you are, sir. Yes, you are. Through John, Chef Jew. I literally yesterday, guys. Another reason why I'm glad I listened. I heard my alarm today. Uh my brother, he graduated from high school. He graduated yesterday. So we went out to eat and we did not get home till like 2 a.m. And then it was nothing but, oh man, all we were doing is laughing, sharing a few laughs. Congratulations, young man. Very proud of you. Thank you. You guys, if you guys went to the game last year, you got to meet him. My little cotton candy. You got to meet him. Yeah. So he a great, very, very happy for him, honestly. On to bigger and better things. Um, I love him. Annoying as heck, but brothers. They're always gonna be annoying. Oh man, Liz is in the building too. What's up, Liz? Let's go. We got Liz and Chef Jew. Thank you guys for coming through. Yeah. On another thing too that I just heard as well, apparently the Cowboys are interested in Ramsey. That would be interesting. Oh, I'm taking whatever I can from the Cowboys. What's up, Super V in the building as well? Let's go. Let's go. Yes. The Misfit Show is brought to you by Chef Jew and Chef Jew's Sweet Treats and Catering. Okay? Thank you. Absolutely. Let me see if I still got my thingy. Hold on. Boom. There you go. I got it. If you are looking for a great chef to cater your next birthday, business, or office party, etc., with mouth watering, and I can attest to that, cookies, cakes, spice, and more, than you go and you call Chef Jew at 786-804-8096. That's 786-804-8096, or via Facebook Messenger or Instagram at Chef Jew, J-U, Catering. For more information, and mention Miss Phins to get 10% off your catering order. So, yeah. There you go. We're going to pass out a collection plate. This is funny. For my therapy, man. Sometimes I feel like we all need therapy from the Dolphins. They really test us, man. They really do. Like I always say, we win together, we lose together. Dolphins for life. Sorry, I had to take care of something real quick. Hey, Good morning. Happy Friday. I know. He graduated. I'm so happy. I was like, bro. And then seeing him with all his chains, cause he got a lot of awards. So I'm happy for him. Honestly, not gonna lie, we were scared for a minute there, but he graduated. He made it. And that's all that matters. Yeah, LA Ram in the building. One of our guys, LA Ram, man, a fan from a completely different division, supporting here, becoming a member. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, dude. Like seriously, you're the best. The best. Nothing but the best. So thank you, thank you. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was actually very interesting. If Jalen goes to the Cowboys, ooh. I mean, obviously, I feel like that will be good, but it looks like they hmm, they might do it. They might do it, and it looks like the Cowboys are really super interested in him. And apparently, Jalen has been. Apparently, it was confirmed Jalen already bought a house in Fort Worth. And if you don't know Fort Worth, it's Dallas, Fort Worth. It's literally Dallas and then the one right next to it, but it's so huge they call it Dallas Fort Worth. DFW. If you know, you know. Yeah. So, but if the Cowboys are for real moving forward, man, I think he'll do really well with the Cowboys. Pair him up with Micah. Come on, man. That's good. But I already told you I want a first for Jalen. I want a first for Jalen. But that would be really good for them. That would be really good for the Cowboys making that trade. They need help in their secondary too, especially with Trayvon Diggs. If I'm not mistaken, he's hurt. So, having him there, I feel like that would really help the Cowboys. So it only makes sense to try to bring somebody that can kind of work with what he's doing. So yeah, but hey, that'd be good for him. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm kind of late, but that's fine. Guys, hit that like button, share, subscribe if you just tuning in. Thank you so much, guys. All right, man, y'all are amazing. You guys are the best. But remember, we gotta do Monday to Friday, 8 to 9, because I go in at 9, even though it's Friday. Got a little extra time, so that's why I'm here. Um, Michael K, always the best. Thank you. Oh man, we got almost 70 of y'all in this building. Y'all want more misfits? I wish. But you guys gotta wake up earlier, man. You gotta wake up earlier. So Dolphins tight end row will be top tier once Jonnu's gone. We'll see. Michelle says, I second Chef Drew's tasty treats. I know you got to taste them when you got here. You and your husband better come back, young lady. Y'all better come back. It was awesome having you there. Just like the Bills running back room with Cook holding out. Oh, stinger. Let's go. If you have expectations for this team, please don't expect anything special from them. Too much unknowns and uncertainty. Facts, Super V. But that's the fun part about off season. We're gonna speculate. We're gonna analyze. We're gonna we're fans. That's what we're gonna do. But I love it. I love it. But I totally understand. You're better off being surprised like holy smokes we did it than like having these high expectations and then poof. which is typically what happens. So, but yeah. Alright. Michelle says I plan on going to the Tampa game with my buddy who's a Bucks fan. Oof. I gotta see. I don't know if I can make the Tampa game. Just I gotta take a look at it. Cause I already told you I'm going to the Steelers game. That's a must. I've never gone to an away Dolphins game except not last year, but the year before. Excuse me, preseason versus the Jaguars. I was in Jacksonville. It was awesome. Oh God, I really like that stadium, and I really want to go to Heinz Field. And I really want to take my brother, so we're gonna go. So that should be fun. The only other thing that I can think of, like if I were to go somewhere else, Tampa wouldn't be so bad because it's here. I just don't know if I want to do that driving, so I might have to tell other brethren, yo, you wanna go? We'll see. But that would be a fun game to go to. Never been to Buck Stadium, but they say that it's a lot of fun. So there you have it. We gotta see. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God, for another day on this earth. And I heard Atlanta's really nice. Right? That's another one. And I'm like, I'm close enough, you know what I mean? That I feel like the flights won't be that insane. Like, so it'd be great to go to Bucks, you know what I mean? Atlanta, I look, growing up, I got to watch Michael Vick play. One of my dad's favorite players of all time. Michael Vick single-handedly, in my opinion, was the turning point of what the traditional quarterback and the new age quarterback. That was Michael Vick. One of the greatest to never win it, but the man's impact in the game we will see for for decades to come. Whatever you see anybody moving the way they did, that's Michael Vick. Now, granted, I gotta pay homage to all the other quarterbacks who did it before him. Weren't that many, maybe one or two. But we're talking about guys in the 60s, 70s. Vic did it in the 90s, which is more recent, and we have better TVs. Like, that's the truth. But going to Atlanta, that would be pretty fun. I feel like Atlanta will be fun. So we have to see. Now I'm excited for the younger players and their development. Their ascension is very important to the future of this team to be relevant as a competitive contender. So, or one day. Yeah, that too. What's that, Jack Ryan in the building? Dogs had some impacts from him too. Not sure the context of that, but you meant to say Diggs had some impacts? Oh, wow. I just got it. Mike Vick dogs. Funny. Good on. It took me a second there, but I got it. Gosh, Jack, that's funny. Okay, guys. Well, I listen. I love you guys, bro. It's like now everybody wants waking up. Wake me up before you go, Miss Fins. Don't think you smart, Miss Fins. Thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, that's funny. Now everybody's welcome. Broski Bear, what's up, Broski? Let's not forget Randall Cunningham was doing it in late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, but to the same point, again, who put it out there and who was the most flashiest? Mike Vick. And we had better TVs. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being super serious. We have better TVs. Like, and granted, again, they're guys in the 60s. It's like one or two guys doing it in the 60s, the early 70s. Well, we didn't have no TV. Like, come on, we were click, click, click. Like, come on. You know what I mean? The TVs were not the same. Now, you're like almost super high def. You know? Randall was the original flashy new age mobile quarterback. Shout out to Steve Young as well. Again, I mean, it's debatable. It's debatable. Great. Ah, guys, I think I got to skedaddle. Yeah. Hey, wait, before I say that. 11:30. Oh, yeah. 11:30 works. Give me a second, guys. Then. Okay. I think I kind of squeezed it as much as I could squeeze. Not really, they're gonna say. Um, Miss Phins, good thing we got Tua. Hey, good thing we got Tua. Tua Tagovailoa provided the Miami Dolphins in the NFL something that I feel like people overlook. And, I got to give him credit. For plenty of faults. Man, the guy, like, especially for the Dolphins, man, he, we will always be a legendary team, and nobody can take that away from the Miami Dolphins. We're top five winningest organization all time, and that's with the last 20 years of us being mid. And but Tua, I give you this, man. He definitely put us and kept us out in the forefront in visibility and excitement and relevancy. You know what I mean? Good or bad, obviously things are gonna happen, but I gotta give it to him. I feel like most people don't do it. Thank you. Not to make like he practically made the Dolphins relevant in his own unique way. Where we're not just another afterthought. Like who's thinking about give me a random team. Panthers, Jaguars. Teams that don't ever really get mentioned for nothing, right? Like, I don't know, Rams. Honestly, just trying to pick a random team. like like the Saints. You know what I mean? Like the Saints. Ain't nobody talking about the Saints. Like, they're irrelevant. For good or bad, the Dolphins are here, and Tua's definitely part of that. And keeping our name and our team in everybody's mouth one way or another. So thank you, Tua. At least I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Um, Liz, I miss you too. Need your music to wake me up. Thanks. Seeing Mike Vick play in person was like seeing no other player, though. He was the fastest, quickest player I've ever seen play in person. Broski, I never saw him in person. At least I don't think I remember. But man, even on TV, The cameraman couldn't even keep up with him sometimes, I feel like. Special, something extremely special. Hey, Miss Fans, there's a new dynasty in Buffalo Bandits. Pro lacrosse team three-peated, only one loss in regular season. They also outsold tickets and attendance of 17 NHL teams and 22 NBA basketball teams. Dude, that is beautiful. That is so beautiful. I love when other leagues get an opportunity to, get themselves out there. Um, and ultimately, it gives more students an opportunity to, become professionals in their sport. To me, that's beautiful, man. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that because it just expands. And you know what, man, we love sports. We love sports. We all got bills to pay. We all got so much crap to deal with in real life. Sports is a great way to kind of just, even though it does add some stress. Let's not, let's not, lie. But in a way, it's a really good distraction because mm, people will never really know what someone else is going through. You know what I mean? And having a sports community and really, even with like fans, like obviously JC's a Bills fan. You know what I mean? But even the community that we have, man, where we can make fun of each other and blah blah blah, like it's great. It really is. Mike K, for all of his quirkiness, man, still here, shows up every day, complains every day, but shows up every day. Oh gosh. But by the way, congratulations. I gotta give a couple of congratulations. Congratulations to the Knicks on losing the Eastern Conference Finals because they will get destroyed tomorrow once they play the Pacers in Indiana. They're about to get blown out. Okay? About to get blown out. Blown out. And Pacers are going to the NBA Finals. Shout out to the Edmonton Oilers who just beat the Dallas Stars in NHL for the Western Conference Championship. Us, Panthers, we got to think one more game. We're gonna get one more game versus the Carolina Hurricanes, and then we'll go back to it. But that would mean that it's the back to back Oilers Panthers Stanley Cup Finals. And let me tell you something. There's no way on earth the Panthers are gonna allow for Canada to win. It's not gonna happen. There's a reason why Canada hasn't won in the NHL in like 30 years, man. Since the inception of this team. We're not going to be that team to give it up to Canada. Nope, it's not happening. So I can't wait till you're. Where is it? Where is it? Till we become the back to back Stanley Cup champions, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait. Back to back champs. Heck yeah. Let's go. Let's go, cats. And yeah, the Knicks suck. I can't stand the Knicks. I've never liked the Knicks. That's because I'm a Jordan fan and a Heat fan and just never liked the Knicks. Granted, the only Knicks I ever loved, Carmelo Anthony. Everybody else, eh. Shout out to Patrick Ewing, though. Come on, man. Like, the greats are the greats. I'm not gonna, no, but no. Can't stand the Knicks. And I can't stand their fans. God, they're so annoying. So annoying, y'all. Let's go, Panthers. Yeah. The Knicks really need Eddie to be. Probably. Rams, LA Rams. I'm a Clipper fan since they were originally in Buffalo. Wow, dude, that's awesome. My favorite NBA team are the Miami Heat. Like, I mean, I'm Floridian, you know what I mean? Okay, guys, I gotta go because I'm like late and I wanted to do something before I had to, but I can't now. Um, Live you guys. I'll see you on Monday. Thank you, guys. Enjoy this weekend. It's gonna be great with a bunch of games going on. So go have fun. Congratulations to everybody graduating in this graduation season. That's super exciting, guys. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Please hit that like button. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe, guys. It really does help out the channel. Does help out the channel. Of course, dude. Of course, I know what that means. Anyways, guys, I will catch you on Monday. And as always, bye bye.